Today on Guitar Lab, we're going to review the TC Electronics Mimiq effects pedal. Hi everybody, welcome back to Guitar Lab. My name's Sean. Today I wanted to review one of my favorite pedals, is the TC Electronics Mimiq doubler pedal. It's kind of one of those pedals that you can have in your pedal board and leave on all the time because it just really beefs up your sound and makes it sound big and full but not overly processed, which is pretty awesome. So let's get started and I would give you some samples here. As you can see, it has basic controls. One is for the dry signal, one's for the wet signal. One is how tight the mix is between the different tracks that it's emulating, and you can control between doubled 1 time, 2 times, or 3 times. And it also has stereo inputs and outputs, which I have used in the past too, and that sounds fantastic, but seriously, it sounds great just on its own. One curious thing that I found out about it is that it kind of doesn't like to be behind distortion. So on my Marshall Code amp here, I have it in the effects loop, so it's appearing after the distortion. And of course, if you're running an effect pedal, distortion effect pedal or overdrive, you can put it in your chain prior to the effect. But it starts getting really weird, and it has some artifacts in it if you put it after the distortion. So that if you have an amp that does not have an effects loop, and you use the distortion in the amp, that could potentially be a problem for you. So just something I wanted to throw out there. Using my Epiphone Les Paul Custom, completely stock, nothing weird with it. Going to the Marshall Code 100, and I'm using the Marshall's factory Plexi sound. And here's the dry signal, see what it sounds like. Now I have everything dialed up pretty high here to give you the most dramatic effect change that it can offer. And here's what it sounds like with it turned on. It's certainly one of those effects pedals that's, like I said, when I have it dialed up this high, it's overwhelming, but it's very subtle, and if you have it on all the time you're playing, you don't realize just how good your sound is with it until you turn it off, and then you're like, wait a minute, something's missing, and that's what it is. So let's dial it back. I'll show you my normal settings for it, is I keep the wet signal and the mix right about middle, and I'll set it to 2 overdubs. Just full disclosure, I am in no way affiliated with TC Electronics. I'm not being paid for this. It's just a pedal that I like, and I wanted to put out there to give you guys an idea of what it's capable of doing, and if you might like it for yourself. I am a fanboy. I have 3 of the effect pedals on my board are TC Electronics. They produce a really high quality product, in my opinion. But I paid my own money for all the stuff that I'm demoing here today. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed that, and see you next time.